There is many quests of philosophers and religious thinkers, scholars, religious scholars, about the reality and origins of universe and origins of our human mind, and some say about human soul. But soul is easy. God makes soul, and uh, and that's it. It's appeared from the will of God, as was written in the Bible or in Bhagavad Gita. That Krishna is the source of the soul, and soul is living in the body, and body is mortal, and soul is immortal, eternal soul, like this, and soul is jumping from body to body, and it's unchangeable, eternal unchangeable entity. So there is no need to mourn anybody dying, because he's not dying, because body is dying, but soul is not dying. This is Bhagavad Gita idea, philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. And Christians have the same or similar theory about soul. But in Bhagavad Gita we have reincarnation, and in Bible we don't. Christians believe that the day after death they are waiting in the grave until Jesus Christ coming back and revives them, and they all are called for the last judgment, and after that they go to hell or to heaven. It depends what they did in their lives, in their noble lives. Christians think like this. I think Muslims have the same idea, that Allah is taking them all to paradise, and they have perks from Allah. They got perks from Allah, rewarded, declining on seeing sofas and having plenty of sex and drink and eat. This is the idea about paradise. But philosophers are thinking about the reality. They ruminate about what is reality, how things are in the world, in universe. What is universe? Where is the universe coming from? Like that. And they use word of mouth, mouth road. There are two roads. There is mouth road and there is body road. And mouth road is used by philosophers and religious scholars who use thinking and words in describing the ideas about reality, about things which interest them. They write fat books and theories, they write it down, and later they quarrel among each other. Which theory is right, which theory is wrong. There are also debates concerning God existence on Cambridge University, on Oxford University. They have these debates. One side is proving existence of God, other side is proving non-existence of God. And they fight, they quarrel. They present arguments and they just prove their points. And Buddha is unique in this menagerie, in this zoo of thinkers, because he mentioned in Diamond Sutra the fallacy of thinking, fallacy of words and notions, and such notions as self or soul are opposites to this. No self or no soul are just both mistaken. It is a word of mouth road, and he uses road of body, road of body like that, body road, action road, and for example, like snapping fingers, you can say everything with snapping fingers. Everything about enlightenment, everything about Buddhahood. One snap of fingers says everything. Or clapping hands. It cuts off our thinking and our words. Because words and thinking are false. They don't prove anything. This is just concepts, notions, creations of human mind, human thinking, like that. And using words we can elaborate infinitive theories, infinitive descriptions of any ideas or something like concepts, conceptual mind, conceptual reasoning. And Buddha is free from this conceptual mind. It is completely different consciousness. It is consciousness which is practical. It's a practical mind, everyday mind. It is ordinary mind of new consciousness, which perceives reality as it is, without any interpretations, without any worldly concepts, conceptual elaborations of any kind. They don't exist in Buddha's mind. Buddha's mind is just empty mind, empty of thoughts, empty of conceptual thought. And this intellectual race of proving your point and your theories are faulty and mistaken. They are just conceptual imagination fantasies, a fantasizing mind of human, of ignorant human. Because all those philosophers are nothing but children in the field of cognition. Their power of cognizing the reality is very small and limited, like that. So Buddha said in Diamond Sutra that all concepts or notions are fallacy of human imagination, and they are missing the reality as it is, which is present here and now, in front of you, all the time, in front of your eyes, It's a display of appearances of a true reality, which is without name, without form, without any describing theories, describing ideas like that. There is no ideas in Buddha mind. There is only one thing, reality as it is. Seeing colors, for example, of the painting, or just switching on the fan, switching off the fan. Fan is on, wind is blowing. Fan is off, wind stops blowing. Simply like that. There is no need for any elaboration, any rumination about universe or origin of universe, or theories about how universe is big or small, because we don't know. We can say we don't know where universe coming from, where human being origin lies. We don't know that. We don't know anything. We don't know what is this. We have no idea about it, because this is a mystery. The life is mystery, and the creation, a manifestation of universe, is mystery. And we know nothing about universe. The astronomers are cognizing universe, and they are immediately naming stars and constellations, put labels on stars and galaxies, and they catalog the universe, and they call that knowledge about universe. It is useful for some purpose, but in meditation on universe, in contemplation, they are interfering in virginity of our consciousness, virginity of our view of universe, like that. So Diamond Sutra says that saying about existence of self or non-existence of self, above fallacy, above false conceptual elaborations, conceptual ideas, which have nothing common with reality as it is, because reality is silent and your mind is still. That's all you can do. Like in Bible is written, "Be still and know that I am God." That's all we can do. We can become still. And when we awake our consciousness to this form, we can enjoy the form. If you are holding inside our head, inside our brain, enormous knowledge and understanding about reality, and we know many books, theories, reading non-stop, reading, thinking, like this, thinking non-stop. We are going away from the reality, and we are thinking in unreality. We are thinking in our concepts and our ideas, which are not true and have nothing common with reality as it is. For example, this rock. What can you say about it? How can you name it? It has no name and no particular form. It can change form like this form, like this form, like this, no particular form, no particular name. The rag is rag, that's it. And when the rag is rag, then you know the rag. But if you want to try to elaborate about the rag and to describe rag in your theories, in your ideas, in your notions, in conceptual elaborations, then rag is no more a rag. It's something else. It becomes some conglomerate of ideas in your head. But for Buddha, rag is rag, and that's it. Sun is sun, moon is moon, and a cloud is a cloud, and blue sky is blue sky. Simply like this. Fire is hot, but it is not the fire, and it is not the hot. But it is neither fire nor no fire, neither hot nor no hot. Because all this is conceptual mind, thinking. But when you want to know what is fire, just light up fire and touch the fire. And you know what is fire because you experience by your physical experience of fire. You can cook a fish on fire, or potatoes, or you can cook rice, the function of fire. Or you can warm yourself, your hands on fire like that. Yeah. So Diamond Sutra is indicating the fallacy of conceptual mind, fallacy of ideas which are rooted in words and notions. Our thinking, fallacy of our thinking, in cognition of universe. But when we use eyes to see, ears to hear, nose to smell, tongue to taste, and hand to touch, then we can get somewhere, to some place, which is here and now. Right now I'm talking. And that's it. That's the reality of Buddha.